And welcome to our meteorology segment. First thing we're going to do today is we're going to take a look at the jet streams from the polar view. So here we are from Unda. You're looking at the south geographic pole of planet Earth. And I'm just noting how jet streams become more coherent with cold air of winter time. Now it's winter in the southern hemisphere, obviously, and we are approaching another equinox, but there's the jet stream scenario for the southern hemisphere. And you can see that while the jet streams are doubled up and a little bit kind of chaotic down there, they're much more organized than in the northern hemisphere. So flipping to the north side of the planet, this is nullschool.net, by the way, you can see how much less coherent the northern jet stream is, but we still do generally have a west to east flow going on here. And I just wanted to cite that before we get into more relevant current data. So here's your little worldwide snapshot. And we've got extreme meridional jet stream flow here once again over the western world. We've got jet streams blowing nearly due south in various spots and all these funky eddies here in the North Atlantic. Jet stream mostly staying out of the U.S. And here are the surface winds of this side of the planet. We've got some systems here west of Mexico and west of Baja California there, as well as a pretty strong low here south of Iceland, not looking all that organized. Also one east of South America down there. You can see a pretty strong low down there rotating clockwise as they do in the southern hemisphere. Here are the surface winds of the eastern world, thanks to our viewers from this side of the planet. Shout out to Free Life Tasmania. We hope you're enjoying your merch. Here are the 250 hectopascal winds of the east side of the planet. And you can see that the jet stream once again blowing backwards over the western Pacific and northern Indian Oceans. Not all that strong, but you can see the backward flow there in the 250 hectopascal winds. Continuing on, and we did stream this live, by the way. Let me just check the life of the stream here to make sure everything is good before I vanish and show you the weather.gov map. There's the weather.gov map, and we can see heat advisories over most of the eastern portion of the U.S. Also, flash flood warnings in this area. Please have a disaster plan if you're in those areas, as there is some bad stuff coming. Special marine warning happening there, and we're seeing some pink civil emergencies showing up. What is up with that? Civil emergency message here on weather.gov. And I have no idea what that is. I'm looking for it on the map. Anyway, if you see your county with some weird colors on it, just click on your county. And we've actually got some excessive heat warnings here in the mid-Atlantic states here. Southeastern Pennsylvania, and most of New Jersey. Continuing on, here's the NASA GOES lightning mapper to give us an idea of what active storms are currently occurring. It's our meteorological bird's eye view of the lower 48. And if you've got requests for specific weather forecasts, let us know in the comment. We'll consider it. Here's a real-time lightning map, and we did stream live once again. I'm just reminding you to go follow us over at twitch.tv/smAsho. And now we've got a connection here. There we go. Powered by blitzhaltung.org. Our real-time lightning map showing us some lightning around Lake Erie. Yowzers. Some very active cells there on the southern shore of Lake Erie. Hey, Erie, there's thunder rolling in. If you're in Erie, Pennsylvania, go out and look to your northeast. You may see some sprites. You may see some crazy lightning over the lake. Take some footage of it. Use your camera, as you may see things above the cloud tops not visible to the naked eye. The ultraviolet emissions of things like green elves and sprites and pink jellyfish and all kinds of weird stuff happening above thunderheads. Next, windy.com, we're looking at pressure. And check out the low pressure dominating the South Polar region. Strong low over north central Canada as well. And we've got a strong anticyclone here as well. This high pressure system dominating the northern Pacific. A clockwise rotation of air. Were you aware that Jupiter's Great Red Spot is actually a high pressure zone, an anticyclone, and not a storm? It's not really a storm, it's a high pressure zone associated with high winds. Speaking of high winds, our patrons are helping us to weather the winds of nonsense on the internet. Thanks, patrons. The true source of funding for our content, patreon.com/smashamash. If you'd like to help fund us, big changes coming in the month of September. Our patrons will find out about all that stuff first. Thanks again to our patrons. Next, looking at radar.weather.gov. To look at the Doppler radar map, we're going to zoom in a little bit here on Lake Erie. Very strong storms here. And these are going to go right over Lake Ontario, by the way. Let's see if we can get a better idea of the storm track by looking at the cloud layer and the water vapor. So here's the cloud layer map. We're hoping. There's the cloud layer map. And here's the water vapor. And this system is actually going to slow down here, as this high pressure right here is going to act as a bit of a wall. It's going to block and it's going to slow down that moisture from its progression to the east. So a little atmospheric physics lesson, folks. Dry air is more massive than moist air and can behave like a wall. So you're also going to see massive pressure gradients created there as that moisture attempts to reach static equilibrium with that dry mass of air. And here's your recap. U.S. Doppler radar map. Here's the cloud layer. It's the 3.9 nanometer radiation map, part of the NASA GOES interactive weather satellite suite. It's fantastic. Also, you can see the jet stream sort of trying to make its way down here. Some cold air from Canada being injected undoubtedly, and you can see that there. And we've got some serious moisture setting up for the Pacific Northwest. Please be aware of that. And that's today's meteorology segment. Thanks again for tuning in, folks. Remember to press like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Share on social media and tell your friends and foes about us, as the algorithms don't seem to be doing so. I've been your host, Dan, a.k.a. smAsho, signing off from the Smash News Network, least busted, naming news.